Hey guys, Adrian Wolf here, and today I'm going to be recording another video. And just today I decided to make a creepypasta review video. Go away, Chrome. So unfortunately, what I'm recording with, anything I record with, doesn't let me leave and go into like another page onto my laptop. So I can't really do anything. I have to read it off my phone. I hope you don't mind. But yeah. I'm not able to do any proper creepypasta recording because I have nothing to edit my videos, so there's nothing I can really do about that situation. So we're just gonna have to stick with reviews. We're gonna do other stuff as well, but so far I'm just gonna stick with this. Okay? The Dream. It all started at the first day of summer. The schedule was to read and finish a Stephen King book, relax at a local swimming pool, just mainly chill out. All my friends were going to other countries such as the south of France, the Caribbean and Greece. I was going to be staying at home with nothing fun to do. At night I made a start with the book. It wasn't until 11 p.m. until it was time to sleep. How old is this person? Because who sets themselves a time to go to bed when you're on the summer holidays? It was just as the light turned off. A light turned on at the house opposite Mr. Finch's house. I thought it was my imagination because only Mr. Finch had the keys and he was dead. If a dead person's house, the lights turn on in there. That was beautiful English. Beautiful. Basically, if a dead person's house and the light turns on in it, it's not your imagination unless you have probably been really, really traumatized by their death. I doubt it is. You see, a few weeks before all this began, Mr. Finch went jogging out at the local woods. Little did he know that it was the last time he would see the neighborhood. He went out at midday and never showed up the next morning. A trainee inspector went looking for him, and as soon as he found Mr. Finch, he requested backup, police dogs, paramedics, and scientists. Police dogs are for finding dead bodies. So if you already found dead bodies, why do you need police dogs? Also, why do you paramedics? Yeah, I'd say you need those. Backup? Unless you see that you're gonna get attacked by someone, you don't need backup. Also, scientists aren't really needed. I doubt that you need scientists. This definitely was normal because of three things. Sorry. One, his eyes were wide awake with a scared emotion on his face. That happens to a lot of people. Doesn't make it any less normal. He wasn't breathing. That's pretty much what happens when somebody's dead. They don't breathe. They don't breathe. The heart stops. The brain stops. Everything stops. And three, right where his heart should have been, there was a hole exposing his broken rib cage. There was no witnesses at the time, so no one knew what had killed Mr. Finch. You mean, who had killed Mr. Finch? Because I doubt an animal of some sort went like that and ripped out his heart. Pretty sure there'd have to be human intelligence for it. This is a really bad story. This is supposed to be really good. It's horrible. That night I had a dream. This one was a view of the woods with Mr. Finch jogging past the roadside. I tried to hear what he was saying, but all I could hear was white noise. Are you serious? Now they decide to include the white noise? Now they decide? Wow, okay. The colours were all messed up, as if it was a world of black and white. I'm a horrible reader, don't mind me. Mr. Finch turned around as if he was afraid of something. All we could see was a hooded figure with claws? Question mark? Yes, claws. The stranger was running towards Mr. Finch in a menacing way, and it wasn't long until the late neighbour broke into a sprint. Attractive. It was obvious that the stranger would beat Mr. Finch as he was gaining speed on him, until finally, with one swift movement, the hooded stranger pounced onto Mr. Finch and must have emitted a roar because the white noise only intensified. With its claws, the stranger slashed at Mr. Finch's tracksuit. I thought I said suit. I was like, why would you be wearing a suit if you're jogging? Okay. The claws buried deep into his heart, tipping its claws with crimson red blood. It was very hungry as it ate its heart. If it was very hungry, it would have probably eaten the rest of them as well. The nightmare comes true. I'm so bad at reading. It was okay, but now it's horrible. Okay. I woke up with a start. I felt as if I wasn't alone in the dark bedroom, and I wished I was wrong. He was at my bedside. The stranger from my dreams was standing next to my bed, arms outstretched and breathing heavily. Even from a short distance, I could smell its breath. You mean a long distance? Because if somebody's like that far away from you, you're gonna be able to smell their breath. Don't matter how good or bad it is, you're gonna smell it anyway. This person is really bad at writing things. Probably put a lot of effort into it, but not very good. I could smell its breath, which was rancid meat and mildew. I don't know what mildew is. I thought it was trying to talk to me, but I could still hear white noise. As soon as I blinked, it disappeared. Later that day, I started typing up an email to one of my friends, Will, one of those who also stayed home. I told him about the dream. I figure out my bed and the light coming from my dead neighbor's house. After a short while, he sent me a hyperlink. It was an internet collage of dead people and even a few pictures of the same figure. It was dubbed White Noise and had a brief history. Apparently, in the 1990s, a man was put to death after being caught eating a man's heart. Since then, in the same clothes he was found in, he became so bloodthirsty that he became some kind of demon and come back to life as soon as he was buried. You know, usually when people are executed for being cannibals, they don't come back to life because they're a demon. Not usually how it works. I mean, at least Jeff the Killer doesn't have any supernatural powers. Nobody knows anything about the rake. At least there isn't a lame excuse why. Because this is a horrible excuse. Honestly. This is bad. I'll try to get a better one next time. As soon as I close my emails and the webpage, I receive a text on my phone. Did you see it? I replied. Yes. You should have never seen it. Why? Now that you know of me, you must become another one of my many victims. No. I quickly put the phone down. I told my dad I was going out. Why would you go out if this person said that he was going to kill you? Why? Why would you go out? At least if you were in your home, he wouldn't be able to kill you. Or at least he wouldn't be able to for a little while until you're in your sleep. Dying in your sleep isn't too bad. He was too busy to know that I had a rucksack full of supplies. I had to keep moving. I had to avoid the hunter. Always avoid white noise at all costs. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was probably the worst creepypasta I've ever read, and I have read many creepypasta. If you wrote this, don't write anymore unless they're decent. Let's go through all the flaws. 1. If you see a light in somebody else in a dead man's house, go on. It's not your imagination unless you have been traumatized. Just don't pull that idiot move. Anybody seen the light on their dead neighbor's house, go on. Report it to somebody. Tell the police, like, police, I think someone's broken into this person's house. Can you check it, please? It's going. Okay. 2. They get police dogs and scientists involved in a murder investigation. Scientists to inspect the body, but why would you need them to like inspect the body at the scene of the crime? This is usually only for you know, the police to handle with. And police dogs, what are you gonna do with them? I doubt he left a scent. I doubt it, considering that he had these big friggin' claws. Fingernails don't really tend to have a smell to them. It wasn't normal because his eyes were wide awake with scared emotion. Happens to a lot of people. And maybe they're over exaggerating about the whole scared emotion. He wasn't breathing. You sound like a dumb blonde. You're having a dumb blonde moment. You're having a blonde moment. People don't breathe when they're dead, or if they have their heart ripped out the chest. Generally, they just don't tend to breathe at that point in time. Don't know whether I'm getting this wrong, but they just don't tend to breathe. Nobody knew what had killed Mr. Finch. It was obviously a human. If it was an animal, probably would have ripped his everything to shreds. Everything. There probably would have been blood everywhere. Probably still be around. And at least then you'd have scent. The whole dream scene is horrible. It's really bad. Oh look. Oh no, he's next to you. Why doesn't he kill you then? You've seen him. You knew about him. Why didn't he kill you? Just so you can get that creepy little text. Is that it? Because if so, that's a horrible storyline. Horrible. Worst. And then the whole text thing. One, I doubt that guy's gonna be able to use a phone with nails those that long. I mean, like, I grew my nails out to like there, and I couldn't use anything. How is he gonna use it if his claws are like that big? Because if he has claws to rip out somebody's heart, I suppose they're gonna be that big. A demon of some sort. Why would you leave your home if you knew that a demon was running after you? A so-called demon was running after you. You're not smart if you do. Honest, swear to God, you're not. Well then, that's all the flaws in this story. I would give this a 1 Jeff the Killer Face out of 5 because it had potential, but it was horribly written. Okay then, leave a like if you liked this video, and if you do, I may make more. If I get like 2 likes, I'll, yeah, I'm attractive. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. This is Adriana out.